Hello my friends, welcome back to another episode of our Lonely Farmer Survival series. In last week's episode, we worked on these beautiful fields to slowly plant every single crop in the game, and I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. If you haven't already, it would mean the world to me if you subscribed. I post content like this every single week, and of course I would really love to have you around. And the first thing that I would love to do today is gather all of the seeds that we planted in the fields so that we can put them inside this double chest, and every time we want to plant something new, we can quickly double check that we don't already have it. And of course, as I do this, I'm also gonna harvest all of the crop fields. There go the wheat seeds, the green onions, and with a full inventory, let's make our way back to the chest where we can add all of the seeds. And I'm happy to see that there are no duplicates for now, so let's keep going. And with these, we should have successfully gathered all of the seeds that we planted. And with 39 different seeds, since we have exactly 39 fields, all the seeds we planted are now inside this double chest. And indeed there are no duplicates, which after all this work, it's very good to see. And now my friends, I would love to take a little bit time off fields to focus on today's project, which is gonna be a nice little barn where we can start gathering some cows. But before we can do any of that, we're gonna need quite a lot of wood. We already have a lot of oak, but we don't have too much spruce, so it's time to collect all of this spruce. And whenever we're done with that, we can make our way to our little oak island and gather some more oak there too. Alright, let's do this. And I really have to watch out for my hunger, since ultramine takes quite a big toll on it, so it would not be a bad idea to put some bread inside the smoker. And while I'm at it, I'm also gonna grab some more wheat from the barrel, and as always from beside our house, that we can quickly turn into bread, and then of course into toast. And as that's cooking, let's keep gathering some spruce. And now with all of the spruce gathered, let's plant the saplings back down in the same pattern as we did previously, which includes 2 full rows and an alternating row in the middle, so that we can prevent big spruce trees from spawning. And with this last spruce sapling, we finally planted all of the trees back. And I think I'm gonna get rid of this tree completely, since I do prefer the little setup we got going on right here. So as soon as I'm back down, I'm gonna completely get rid of the platform as well, and of course this ugly cobblestone, pick everything up, plant down the remaining saplings, and now we can just let this grow. And since we just run out of hunger again, let's pick up this toast, eat a little bite, and leave all of the spruce inside of the spruce barrel. And now we can make our way towards our boat, which should be somewhere around here. There it is. Now as we hop on, we can move to the oak island, which I'm just calling it like this because we planted a ton of oak some episodes ago. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, we should have plenty more saplings that as soon as we're done chopping down trees, we can plant back down. And what do we have here? Let's see what you have to offer. Alright, some cherry saplings. Unfortunately, nothing of interest, except 2 things of course. So let me quickly gather some leads, so it's gonna make it even easier to bring all the cows to their new home later on. But for now, let's keep chopping down some wood. And as always right here, I have to watch out for some mobs that might have spawned in between the trees, since last time we did find a zombie, and I definitely do not want to run into a creeper. Alright, now it's just a matter of gathering all of the items that dropped on the ground, and of course getting rid of these floating trees, but not before a good night's sleep. And there you have it my friends. Now some of the saplings that we planted in the last episodes are starting to grow, so as they do, seeing as I have plenty of stacks of oak saplings, I'm gonna quickly plant everything back down. There goes a stack, and another stack, and another one, and one more as well, and it seems like that was the last of it, which gives us plenty of oak trees. But for now, let's organize our inventory a little bit. I think I'm gonna gather all of these items so we can bring them back home. friends, I would like to interrupt the video a little bit, just to let you know that if you're going through something right now, it's gonna be alright, and that although sometimes it may seem like it, you are not alone. And if you have some family or friends who you can reach out to, I would highly recommend you do so that you can go through it together. Anyway, you are awesome. Let's get back to the video. And I'm very happy to see that some of the saplings that I planted in the middle of the farm actually grew to be very tall oak trees, which is exactly what I was hoping for, because if I would have gotten some small trees like this one right in the middle of the fields, it would have been quite hard to walk around. So this is very good to see, and I think it looks truly beautiful to have some more height variation in the fields thanks to these massive trees. And as soon as we have some more bone meal, I would love to bone meal all of the ground around the fields to grow some flowers and some tall grass, which I think is a great way to make the farmland look a lot better. But we're not there yet, so for now let's go to our oak barrel, leave all of the oak that we can, and now we can make our way up the barn, where I placed a second barrel for the oak, since we have so much, and we can put the rest here. Now with a little more organization, our inventory is nice and empty. And now with all the oak and spruce we just gathered, it's time to look for a nice little place where we can start building this cow barn. And as a matter of fact, I think I already know where I would like to put this. Seeing as our house is right there and our fields are on the other side, it would be really cool to populate this side of the house with animal products, including of course cows, sheep, and pigs. So let's start like always by clearing out the area from the grass, the crops, and some of these trees. And it seems that we got a new type of seed, which is basil, and that's great because it means we can make even more recipes. So now I can put all of the items that we gathered inside of the barn, and while we're here I can grab some dirt and make sure to terraform this area a little bit so that we can build this cow barn exactly how I imagine it, but not before nice quick snacks. So now slowly but surely we can get rid of some of this grass, and we also just got a new seed, which is some onions, and I'm actually very happy about that because many of the recipes that I saw do require a lot of onions, so we can plant some soon. And now I would love to fill some gaps, and right on this layer we can start planning out this build. So let's grab some oak and of course some sticks. Now we can turn the oak into planks and make some oak fences. And I would love to have some slabs so we can make a bunch of barrels, and I have a little idea for a fence design. And seeing how this is gonna be mainly a square build with the path from our house coming from this side, let's extend it a little more so we can have the entrance roughly around here. Now we can put two fences on this side. I completely forgot about the fence gate, but I can add this later. So we can add one barrel right here and a barrel on this side that we can then cover up with some slabs to give this little design. And I think I'm gonna do this once more on the left side, and I can start mapping out this entire build. And now that I look at it, I think these oak slabs are a little bit too light for these barrels. So I'm very happy that we gathered plenty of spruce, so we can simply get a little bit, convert it into planks, and then of course into slabs. And let me see how they look on top of the barrels instead of the oak slabs. Yes, definitely much better. So let's do that all around. And now with this design, let's add a perimeter for this new build. And we got one more new seed as well, which is honeydew. And I would love to place that next to the mango as soon as we get to building more fields. And I would really like for this cow enclosure to be very big so that all of our cows have a beautiful free space to roam. Since with this series, instead of making huge Minecraft farms, I would love to try some more sustainable farming, because it's gonna be a nice little challenge that I've never tried before. And we just ran out of fences, so let's make our way back to the barn where we can grab even more oak, empty our inventory, make plenty more fences, and of course some fence gates. And while we're at it, I wouldn't mind also making some more barrels. And I think with over a stack of barrels and over a stack of fences, we should be completely fine to finish placing down the perimeter. And now I can finally place this fence gate right here, so we have a way in and a way out of this cow barn. And I do not like how this area curves in, so I think I'm gonna extend everything out and then connect it widely on this side. And seeing as I'm about to lose my diamond axe, let's quickly make our way back to the barn where I can place it down right here inside of our tools barrel. And now with some stone and some sticks, I can make some more axes and keep one inside my inventory and place the rest right here. And of course I want to grab some more shovels and some more dirt, seeing how I'm gonna have some more terraforming to do. And although I love to have all of these trees, I think I'm gonna get rid of some of them that block the path from the barn to the cow enclosure. And after filling some gaps, this is gonna make it much easier to move around the various buildings. Alright, Alright, so most of the perimeter is done. I just have to make this area right here look a little better, but also be a lot safer for the cows inside. So let me make my way back to the barn, where I can once again empty my inventory, grab some spruce logs, make my way towards the back of the farm, and it seems like we just got a new type of seed, and I actually did not see it. Maybe we just got a new recipe. Anyways, the first thing would be to get rid of this dirt, because I would really love to build a farm building in this corner of the fields. Now for this area, I'm gonna raise these barrels using some stripped spruce and of course the slab at the end, giving us this little design. Let me do the same thing all around, so that it looks something like this. And of course I'm gonna do the same thing here. And now with a little bit more terraforming, especially on this side. The whole perimeter is done. Now I want to make sure there's enough light, and I think the best way to do it, after we empty our inventory of course, is to add some fences with a plank on top and of course some torches all around. And maybe also some slabs to top everything off. Let me see how this looks. Alright, no, I'm not really a big fan. Well, there is one more thing we can try, which includes gathering some iron, which we can turn into iron nuggets, then make a bunch of lanterns, make some more oak planks, convert them into oak trapdoors, and now let's do something similar, but instead of torches we can put lanterns. And this definitely looks much better, but I just really don't like the planks. So let's try with some stripped oak, and yes, this looks much better already. So let's do it all around wherever we need to add some more light. Place one more right here. To have the whole area lit up correctly. And now that I look at it, I'm starting to think it might have been even better to simply add some lanterns on the fences. So despite having done all of this work, give me some time while I change the whole thing. And yes, I think this is much better. I guess it goes to show that sometimes keeping it simple is the way to go. And now, before starting to work on the little build, let's make a path all around the enclosure that we can use as a guideline to better know where everything is gonna be. And with the path implemented, let's first of all grab some more wheat seeds so we can make a nice field on the left side of the enclosure. And as always, I added my water inside these little holes and covered them with trapdoors because I think they blend in a lot better. And as the field's growing, with the oak that we have, we can work on a little building that's gonna be on this dirt platform that we carved out earlier. As always, I do want to start with barrels that we can then continue up with oak and connect everything together with some more oak logs. And I would love to add some more depth by adding even more oak logs on the sides. And before we can work on the roof, let's keep adding some more detail on the walls, which mainly includes stripped oak logs. And since we're gonna need some more oak and a brand new axe, let's make our way back to the barn. And look who just showed up. Let's check out what he has to offer later on. For now, let's grab some more oak logs and maybe a couple more axes so we can keep working on the build. And now I would really love some more leads, but before anything, what do you have to sell, my friend? Awesome blue eyes. That would be very nice if I had 6 emeralds, but this only means that we just need some more leads right now and some more leather as well. Well, now back inside of the enclosure, let's first of all make a crafting table that we can probably place down right here, where we can make some handy oak stairs. And of course, I wouldn't mind making a couple chests that we can keep inside of this building to keep our inventory nice and clean. And now with some spruce, I would also love to convert them to planks and back into stairs that we can use to start our roof. And before I do that, I would really like to add a floor, which just like the rest rest of the build is gonna be made of oak slabs and oak logs that we can strip to make them look much better. Now we can continue on the walls with the stripped oak, and I think it would be very nice to have some spruce fences as the windows to keep some sort of open design. Let me do the same thing on each side by first adding the oak, stripping it, and now I can add some more spruce fences here and there to add some much needed windows. And for the entrance, you can simply put some upside down stairs on the sides with some trapdoors to create a tiny little arch. And now before working on this interior, let's grab some more spruce, make our way up with some dirt so that we can easily reach the roof, and let's make sure that this roof looks good. First of all by adding a nice spruce trim, and as I'm doing this, I really look forward to the day we're gonna have Swift Sneak 3, since placing down slabs and stairs is definitely much easier when we can sneak a lot faster. Anyways, this is the spruce trim done. Now we can grab all of the oak and really just fill in the gaps. Let's see how it looks from afar, and yes, I really do like the shape. Now as always with roofs like these, we have to fill in the center gaps, so let's make our way down, and we can also make a little staircase, like the one we built inside of the barn, so we can imply the existence of a second floor. And the great thing about slabs is that they nonetheless make the ceilings look a lot taller. Let's just fill in these gaps with some stripped spruce, make the ceilings look a little more interesting, and now with some oak fences, we can fill in the gaps in the roof. And now it's time to decorate the exterior a little bit, so it doesn't look so flat. And the first thing we're gonna do is add some upside down stairs by the windows, connected with a spruce trapdoor. And now that I think about it, it might be best to do it with spruce stairs instead. And I think I'm gonna need some more spruce, so let's make our way back to the barn, grab some more, and while I'm here, I wouldn't mind grabbing 2 iron just to make some shears. And I'm also wondering if we have some more leaves, and no, it doesn't look like it. So yes, with the shears we just crafted, let's quickly make our way back to the oak island, where we can grab plenty of oak leaves. I think 3 stacks should be more than enough. And now as we make our way back inside of the enclosure, I should also grab a little bit of this coal so that we can make some nice campfires. And of course, campfires are great to add a nice trim, but we do have to extinguish them. And while I'm here, let's make some composters, some spruce cabinets that we can probably place on this corner. Now on the outside, we can place some fences to make the entrance look a little more interesting. And I also love to add some fence gates on the roof to add some more interesting detail. And of course, in these windows, it would be a shame not to add some blinds, and of course a little campfire trim as well. Now inside we can add a nice little plant with a composter on the ground and some leaves on top of it. We can grab some more barrels and put them right here with some leaves, and of course some lanterns to add a nice little decoration. And I might also add some fences to add an interesting railing. Now here on the ground floor, I'm just gonna add 1 lantern on top of the crafting table, and since I just have 3 lanterns left, I'm gonna add one right here in the corner of this house so that everything is nice and lit up, and I might save the rest for another time. Now with some more spruce stairs, we can finish the path, and before calling the house complete, I would like to make my way back home, where I can grab a little bit of bricks, turn them into flower pots, and of course I want to grab some flowers, and we can put these flower pots right on top of these windows with the flowers inside, and they're really gonna add a nice little detail to this building. Let's do it all around. And I also picked up some lilacs, which I would love to sprinkle around, and a beautiful sunflower, which I think deserves its own little spot right by this house. And I don't think it's doing a great job right now for following the sun. And now with a little extra details, including some more plants and a nice place for the cows to drink water, and of course thanks to this wheat that we can use to make some hay bales and sprinkle them around, and probably some more bushes, and why not a couple fences around the path. I think this cute little cow pen is completely done. As I mentioned earlier, I would really love to have some bone meal to add some more greenery and to make the grass look a lot more interesting, but for now the best way to add some interest and usability to this cow pen is to add the only thing missing, which are some cows. So I'm gonna grab my leads, both from the pen and from my barn, and with 8 leads I'm gonna have to get rid of this entrance so the cows can comfortably come in. And I see a cow right there, so let's attach it to the lead, and of course lead it all the way inside of the pen. And for now let's attach it right here as I look for a second cow, at the very least. And if I'm not mistaken, there should be some more cows around here. Yes, there we go. I was very tempted, especially at the early game, to get rid of some of these cows for some nice meat, but now I'm very happy that I didn't do it, since sometimes finding cows in Minecraft is quite complicated. Now I'm wondering if there are any more cows around here that we can easily gather, and since it does not look like it, I'm fully satisfied in rebuilding the entrance, freeing the cows, and feed them both some wheat so that we can start a nice little cow family. And we also made a nice advancement, which is always great. Friends, with this cow pen done, I think it's time to celebrate with a nice healthy meal that doesn't just involve toast. And since I have some beetroot right here and some tomatoes, I'm just missing some green onions, there we go, and some eggplant, and we can place all of these, my friends, inside of the cooking pot. But of course you do have to get rid of that rice, so with some bowls, let's just grab all this cooked rice, and now with the beetroot, the tomatoes, the green onions, and the eggplant, and it seems like I did a little mistake. Instead of green onions, it's actually onions. And I know for a fact we have one right here inside this chest, and we have some more onion seeds right next to it. I wonder though if we have one more onion. It does not look like it, but I have a little idea. Since I only need one more, I can just replace a couple of wheat seeds with onion seeds, and as they grow, let's look for some more onions around here. If we found one, I think it's safe to assume that we can find some more. What about this? That's garlic with some turnip. Maybe this one? Yes, my friends, there we go. That's 2 more onions. So let's make our way back to the cooking pot where we can put them inside, and slowly, my friends, we should be able to make a delicious ratatouille that we can of course pick up with a bowl. Now I want to have one for myself and one for our food barrel, which we have been using to store all of the food that we made inside of the game thus far. And now that I look at it, it doesn't really include toast, and I'm sure there was a reason, but I would love to add it inside nonetheless, since we've been eating toast for all of this playthrough, and I think it does deserve a nice little space inside of our food barrel. And now let's make our way inside of the cow pen where we can end the video. My friends, I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you had fun as much as I did building this new beautiful pen, and of course, if you haven't already and you like this kind of Minecraft content, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos like these every single week, and of course I would love to have you around. I did leave some hand links in the video description if you would like to support the channel financially, and while you're down there you can also click the link to our lonely Discord so we can chat 24/7. And leave me a comment, my friends, if you have any creative ideas on how I could improve this cow pen. But without any further ado, I want to wish you all a beautiful day. My name is Lonely, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.